Today we're at Croft Park, the home of National League North side Blyth Spartans, who are one of more than 3,000 clubs to have benefited from Premier League funding for stadium improvements throughout the football pyramid over the last 21 years. It's a modern-day football fairy tale. Dan Burn was only 11 years old when he was let go by his beloved Newcastle United. 19 years and over 300 professional appearances later, well, he's finally pulling on those famous black and white stripes. But all fairy tales have to start somewhere, and for Dan, that was in the non-league.
Yeah, a lot of good memories here. I used to come with my mates. I remember, obviously, I played for the juniors, so if you had your Spartans waterproof on, you used to get in for free, and we used to try and get down most Saturdays, so yeah, it's good.
Probably when you were a youngster, you probably remember this ground when there was no stands other than the famous Fed shed and our old stand here, but with the funding that we've got, obviously we've replaced all the ash standing with concrete now. And after the game against Blackburn Rovers, we got a little bit of money in, and that allowed us to part fund the Kingsway stand and obviously all the development work that's gone on the main stand. So we think we've got a nice tidy ground for this standard of football, and it's ready to go up to the National League next season when we have a bit better season than we're having this season.
Yeah, I remember it when there was no tops on either of the stands, both ends and stuff, so it's great to see. I was like looking through the Premier League funding, and it's good what you're getting.
The Premier League has a long-standing history of providing financial support to the entire football pyramid. This is continuing with the announcement of the new Premier League Stadium Fund, providing £16 million from now until the end of next season for EFL, women's and non-league clubs to make important improvements to their grounds. This is double the current money provided by the Premier League for stadium improvements throughout the football pyramid, and is a particular help for those clubs who were hit especially hard during the COVID-19 pandemic.
COVID would have been a bit of a strange time for a lot of non-league clubs. They rely heavily on the gate, so I think they would have struggled with that. So yeah, I was looking at the figures before I came. I'm looking at the grants and stuff that they received, and it's good, and it's nice to see where the money's going to. Like the Spartans are a big part of like the community here, and been around a long time. I was speaking to my dad before I came, and he was saying that he used to be ball boy here back 78, had a cup run, and 79 he was ball boy here for a year. Like, yeah, it's still quite a few personnel that I've seen when I've been walking around. Tony was chairman, and I used to come and watch when I was a kid.
Everybody in the North East delighted whenever a North East player comes back and plays for the home team, of course. The fact that he played now a junior team when he was a nipper, of course, means a lot to everybody in Blyth, and the fact that he comes from Blyth, or very close to Blyth anyway, of course it always puts a smile on people's face.
Non-league was massive for me. Those games I played in non-league got us the move to Fulham, so I'll always be grateful for that, and it's a big part of English football. I think in a lot of other leagues across the world and countries you don't have the sort of football pyramid we do, and it's nice to see now a lot more lads are coming through and starting to make it into the professional game, so long may it continue.
Always good to see Premier League players mix in at non-league level, just to show that they still know where they came from.